What's going on, everybody? This your boy Isaiah coming to you again from Buckles Locker. Subscribe, like, comment, share on all the new videos. Make sure you hit the notification bell icon to notify all new videos that's posted on this channel. Shouts out to all the Pirates and Sea Bandits. Keep supporting this channel. Keep supporting the team and all Bucks platforms across social media. Whether you like them or not, support them. This is not easy. And if you want to donate, please feel free to donate. All donations are welcome, big or small. What we got here? Another 5 foot with a wish headshot. Okay. All right. What we doing? What's going on, Josh? Let me give everybody a chance to get on up in here. As we get this thing rolling. Let's get it. Get it. Yes, indeed. Zach, Bucks Game 101, Dave, Johnny, 813 Sports, Jonathan, Damian, Chili Will, what up, man? What you doing, man? What's going on, Chili Will? My name is Chili Willie. I'm frozen, dude. You like my new Santa Claus hat? It's not new, but you know, I tend to. My name is Chili Willie. I'm frozen, dude. My head is hot as my feet and cold. Hot, he got you. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, Evans, man, Brian. What we got here? Tommy, what up? So, coming off a win yesterday, defeating the Atlanta Falcons, 30-17, a road victory. The Bucks moved to 9-3 on the season, still a 3 seed. Green Bay is on the bye. Of course, the Cardinals are the number 1 seed right now, 10-2. In this hour of locker room talk, we are going to dive into this Falcons game, and then we're going to bring some Pirates and Sea Bandits on for your thoughts on the game. We are talking about the Bucks and Falcons game. We will talk about the Bucks versus the Bills Wednesday, okay? I'm going to try to be consistent on these videos. Sunday's live stream, Monday evening recaps, Wednesday preview, and some other news maybe Thursday and Friday. So bear with me. All right. So what should I start at, right? I'm going to spend the next 20 to 30 minutes talking about what I saw in the game, yesterday's game, on the road. What's up, Frank G? All right. So let's give some shout outs in this game as I look at my stats here. The stats don't tell the whole story, but we got to give some shout outs to the Bucks. Shout out to Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, combined for 22 catches, over 200 yards. Shout out to Leonard Fournette. Shout out to Rob Gronkowski. Right? 2 touchdowns, Rob, the Gronkaneers. Fournette, 7 catches, 48 yards. He's going to have about 70 catches this season, maybe 80. Shout out to Dominican Sue with 2 sacks. Shout out to Villanueva with 2 sacks. The Falcons are very weak at the guard and center position. Pretty decent on the outside, but their interior is horrible. Because we didn't hear nothing from Shaq Barrett really. Didn't hear nothing from JPP. So our outside pass rush still an issue, but we'll address that in a little bit. What else we got here? Shout out to Tom Brady. 368 yards, 4 touchdowns, and that horrendous pick before halftime. It wasn't always good, folks. Everybody can get criticism. Shout out to the defense in the second half. A special shout out to Todd Bowles for making the adjustments. The Falcons scored nothing in the second half. But this is very normal with bad teams. They They start scrappy, they get it in, and then what happens is they fall apart in the second half, and that's very normal for teams like the Atlanta Falcons, the Carolina Kitty Cats, you know, the Minnesota Vikings, the Detroit Kitty Cats, the New York Little Giants, the Houston Tech Cants, the New York Jots. But yeah, those teams just can't compete. They just New Orleans Aints. They just whether it's injuries, not enough talent, they can't compete. You know, it's not going to work. You know what I'm saying? So not surprised by the second half for the Bucks, specifically defense. I'm going to start there. And what did we see with the defense? Team shut it down. You know, they shut it down and they made life miserable for Arthur Smith and his weak offense with a weak quarterback. The offense can't work when you don't have the pieces available. Calvin Ridley's out. You know, you don't have another receiver really. Tarjay Sharp, not good enough. Dropping balls. Number 17, I forgot his name. Dropping balls. Tarjay Sharp, the reason why he left Tennessee, you know what I'm saying? They got rid of him. Can't catch. Kyle Pitts wasn't a factor, to be honest with you. He really didn't do anything. Russell Gage was giving us a problem. Russell Gage is decent. He's a decent receiver. He can get open. But our run defense, though, let's start there. We gave up some yards in the first half. That was a little concern. The Atlanta Falcons had over 100 yards rushing. A lot of that came in the first half, so don't let that fool you, folks. They didn't do anything in the second half as a whole. And the reason being is when you have a quarterback that's weak and that's washed up, that's not going to really a threat, you can pretty much play what kind of defense you want. Matt Ryan is done. All right, Atlanta Falcons, stop with your delusional. I'm having a problem talking today. Stop with your delusional conversations with your videos. I see you out there talking about playoffs. Playoffs? Listen, Atlanta Falcons fans, you're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere with Matt Ryan at quarterback. It's not happening. So stop with the playoff talk. When are you going to realize your team is not good? You get beat by all the good teams. And those are the teams that's going to be in the playoffs. What does that tell you? Your team is not going. You should have drafted a quarterback and you didn't. Now you're stuck with Matt Ryan this year and next year. It is what it is. The defense shut it down. Cordell Patterson had a good game running the ball. But once again, a lot of those yards came in the first half because Atlanta Falcons, they had 4 or 5 drives in the second half, and it all were punts. They were all punts. 3 play, 4 plays, turnover, punt, they didn't do anything. That's how easy it is to defend Atlanta Falcons offense. And would Calvin Ridley make a difference? Slight difference, because he can get open. He's a good player. Don't get me wrong. I mean, y'all have a couple good players, Deion Jones, Calvin Ridley, Kyle Pitts. Russell Gage is nice. He's a number 3. But the rest of your team is Grady Jarrett is decent. AJ Terrell, I like him. Young cornerback. Brady didn't target him a lot for a reason. Dude can play. I watched him at Clemson. But Atlanta offense just didn't do anything. They just didn't do nothing in the second half at all. It was 3 and out or a couple plays. They didn't, they did good on third downs though. So, but we'll get to that, in a second. But overall, good job for the defense in the second half of shutting down the Falcons. Now, let's talk about some team stats. What up, Grizzlo? What up, Mr. Buck? Mr. Everything Bucks. Mobbing for Christ, what up? So the total yards that the Bucks allowed was 380 yards, 259 yards net passing, 121 yards rushing, 5.5 yards per play. The Bucks defense gave up 21 first downs, Now, this is a concern moving forward against the trash Atlanta Falcons offense. They had 17 third downs. There was over 50% on third downs. 9 out of 17. So we got to circle that. 9 out of 17 on third downs. And he was a third and longs too, like 3rd and 7+. And they was getting them too. That's a concern moving forward that needs to be addressed. Like I said, the game wasn't perfect. We got the dub. No major injuries. But we also, just as easy as we can talk about the good, we also got to bring up the bad and the ugly. So the 9 out of 17 on third downs, fam, that's unacceptable. Can't do it, man. You feel me? You can't do that, man. 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, 3rd and 12, 3rd and 14, like against the Atlanta Falcons. Russell Gage had getting open. That can't happen in the playoffs, but we'll tighten it up. The defense had 5 sacks, right? The defense didn't have them. The 3 penalties as a whole, so they played a clean game. The time of possession, the Falcons had the ball 32 minutes. A lot of that was in the first half. A lot of that was in the first half. So overall, the defense was solid. I will give the defense a B minus because of the first half. You can't get an A when you want to play one half football, right? You can't get an A when you give up 9 for 17 on third downs. Can't do it. Can't do that. I can't give you an A. But I give you a B though. A B. A B is good, right? It's not bad. B is actually, we all been to school before. We all graduated high school, college, most of us, So a B is still good, but you don't get A for that because you gave up too many third downs, 3rd and longs. Don't like that. And then you had Cordell Patterson looking like he was Adrian Peterson. Other than that, good job by Todd Bowles. Secondary played very well for the most part, right? Especially in the second half. So other than that, that's pretty much it for the defense. I mean, nothing really too bad to say about them. I mean, except for the third down situation. Oh yeah, a couple drop picks too, man. Like, golly, Carlton Davis, man, tighten up. Pierre Desir, game-changing play. The Falcons was on their way to kicking a field goal or possibly scoring a touchdown because that was another one of those drives. And the Bucs came with a timely turnover, forced a timely turnover like they did last week. Let's be real. The Atlanta Falcons was on their way to kicking a field goal or scoring a touchdown. And Pierre Desir came through with the fumble. Good job, Pierre. Still can't cover, though. 15 yards off the ball. Offensively, this is where I get juicy at, right? The Bucs offense, let's see. 425 yards against the lowly Falcon defense. 360 yards passing, 57 yards rushing. .3 yards per play, 25 first downs, 8 for 13 on third down against the lowly Falcons defense. 68 plays total, 3 punts, 3 penalties, which is good. 1 interception thrown. Who fault was that, Arians? Arians. Yo, hey, Brucey. Arians, who fault is that? Leftwich? Oh, not Brady's Leftwich for calling that play. Oh, okay. So Brady has nothing to do with the interception. Okay. All right, cool. So it was Byron Leftwich's fault for calling that play. On Brady, right? Byron Leftwich. That's his fault. And the Bucs had the ball 27 minutes. 27 minutes and 14 seconds. Offensively, the Bucs moved the ball at will. A lot of the dinking and donking, a couple of deep shots. Well, I don't say deep shots, but deep pass plays like 15 yards plus. Brady was comfortable. The Falcons was playing the too high safety. I told y'all every team is going to play that against the Bucks. Too high safety, and the Bucks are just going to have to go down the field every time. Like I told y'all, for the rest of the season, most teams are going to play too high safety. So that means every now and then, 15, 20-yard throw. Every now and then, a deep shot. So moving forward, the Bucks are going to have to earn every point. And the common thing is can a team sustain a 10, 9, 10, 8, 9, 10, 11 play drive for a touchdown? At some point, they're banking on the Bucks to make a mistake. Good luck with that, because Brady will sit there and slice and dice you to death. Death by 1,000 cuts. When I do that, folks, that's like the check down thing, right? So I know a lot of y'all be like, why does he keep doing that? It's a check down thing, like dealing cards, right? So it's kind of hard to stop our offense. We just have too many weapons. The Bucks offense has been pretty good for a while, right? So this is really like nothing new, right? I mean, except for the scheme. The scheme has changed, right? Instead of the no risk, no biscuit, full throttle, unsuccessful scheme. Now it's more Tom Brady, New England, death by 1,000 cuts, still put up a lot of yards, a lot of passing attempts. It just felt like the Bucks were just throwing the ball just like extremely, like it was almost like they had a point to prove trying to throw the ball 51 times. Like, what is that about? I mean, do you not believe in your running game? I mean, I'm about to dive in, folks. What is up with that? Is this like some of us kind of think it's more trying to pad stats, breaking records, and they're straight up just like I don't know what that's about. Like, and I know I don't too much follow the media like that, or I listen to what they say, but I gotta bring this up because it's kind of weird that the media is starting to kind of like Shannon Sharp brought it up today, and it was like extremely throwing the ball 1,000 times, like on pace for 700 attempts. He's like that's rare, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, what are the Bucks trying to do with the passing game? I get it, but I get what Shannon Sharp was going at with that. Like it just came off very weird to me. Like it looks weird, That's an anomaly because the Packers don't do it. The Chiefs don't even do that. So what is this about? And that was a good point that Shannon Sharp brought up. Is like, what is this about? Like, because that's extremely an anomaly, right? And if anybody is good with statistics, right? The standard deviation, right? The standard deviation, 30 attempts, 40 attempts, 45 is kind of like it's a tad bit much. And then when you get to the 50 attempts, that's like 50 plus is like, what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? Like, can you not run the ball? I mean, because I get it. If you can't run the ball, I get it. You throw the ball around the yard, right? Yeah, that's what But the thing is obviously we can run the ball. So what is this really about? And Shannon Sharp brought it up. So it's out there, folks. So it's for you. It's for your interpretation, how you want to look at it. But I got my opinion on it. I got my opinion and you got yours. The media got their opinion. But I called this out a while ago. Like, why is we throwing the ball like forever? Like, do you not believe in the running game? Because 1 minute, oh yeah, we got 2 running backs. We got 2 top running backs, but we don't see that, right? The actions don't match up with the words that's coming out of Arians' mouth. Arians will speak highly about the running game, but we don't see it. So I mean, I'm going to keep banging the drum. At some point, we're gonna need it. At some point, I'm just saying, like this. Look, it's all fine. It's like a Ferrari, right? You want to drive around. You want to, all over the yard, all over the country, all over the city. You want everybody to see what you got and all that. But you can't forget about the nuts and bolts, because every game is not going to be like this. Every game is not going to be throw the ball 51 times, because throwing the ball, when you get to that 35, 40 attempts a game, you tend to get an interception there or two. The more you throw, I'm gonna keep saying this. The more you throw the ball, the more chances you give a team to intercept the ball. As Bucks fans, we should know this by now. 700 attempts is quite extreme. That's rare. I'm going to keep banging this drum. I want to see the running game. It's there. I mean, the teams are playing too high safety, and you don't want to run the ball? They're not even bringing the safety in the box. I get it. We can pass the ball all day, but I got a feeling we're going to need that running game coming up soon. Just foreshadowing. You know what I'm saying? And if we can't run the ball, and if you think you're just going to throw the ball 51 times for the rest of the season, including the playoffs, that's not a recipe for a Super Bowl. Because last season we had to run the ball, and we ran the ball quite well in the playoffs. But throwing the ball that much is not a recipe for a Super Bowl. And most Super Bowls are won by playing some defense and running the ball. Most are. Most are won playing, defense and running the ball. Now, there's some Super Bowls, there's a shootout, you got to outscore a team, you got to chuck the ball around. Yeah, we've seen that, right? But also there's Super Bowls where, in that playoff run, that defense got to step up and that running game got to step up. And I got a feeling we're gonna need it. We're gonna need it. We're gonna need it. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna sit here and say that we're gonna need it every game, but there's gonna be a couple games in the regular season and also in the playoffs. I don't know how many games, but we're gonna need it. We're gonna need the running game at some point. So just stay tuned for that. I would like to see it. I just believe that it's there for the taking, and it's like, forget the running game. We're gonna chuck the ball around the yard. It is what it is. We're getting a dub, but I just want to see some things that I believe that I think we're good in be executed, because some games just might be a bad game, and the running game can, help us out as we push forward. And running the ball, Fournette had 13 carries, Gower had 1, Gio Bernard had 1, Ronald Jones had 1, Brady had 1, right? So that's 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 carries. 68 plays, and only 17 of those plays were runs. Or considered rushing attempts. And, Godwin, think about Godwin's numbers. The wide receiver screen is an extension of the run. So Godwin is kind of like playing a running back, but Godwin is taking a beating too. Godwin is tough, pay the man, but good God, you're going to run that man to the ground with that wide receiver screens, man. You're gonna run that man to the ground with those wide receiver slash running back screens. I mean, you got to give the man a break. You don't want the man to get hurt. Because remember, football stands for not for long. Wear and tear. Getting beat up will wear your body down. And for those of you that play physical sports for a long time, your knees, your ankles, your toes, your hand, it wears and tears. Yeah, they got pads on, but taking a lot of hits, man. I understand, Godwin was on fire yesterday, right? But also you have to look at his health. Got out of the game healthy, but those hits, add up over the season, and your body can only take for so long. Now, Chris Godwin is young, he's durable, but he has been hurt before, so the Bucs might want to be careful. Good God, that's a lot of touches and a lot of hits. Especially, it's not like Godwin is playing that Cole Beasley type thing. He's a possession receiver. He has average speed, a possession receiver. So it's not like he's breaking away and, running away from people. He's getting hit a lot. So hopefully moving forward, this game it stood out because it was like, golly, they are really feeding him the ball, and it's like he's taking a lot of unnecessary hits, So you kind of want to see that spread out a little bit more. And I get it, Godwin, you're trying to get Godwin, 80, 90 catches, 1,400 yards. I get it, but, we have enough weapons that it don't have to be so much burden on one guy. And we get it. Godwin is the guy on the team. He's the number one receiver on the team. He's the number one receiver on the team. It is no longer Mike Evans. As long as Brady the quarterback, Chris Godwin is number one receiver. Gronkowski is number 2. Evans and Brady are number 3. Oh, I'm sorry. Fournette is number 3. Evans is number 4, along with Brady. And then Scotty Tuhati, and then Tyler Johnson, right? So Giovanni Bernard is, I don't even know what we signed him for. Why did we sign Giovanni Bernard? We're not even using him. Maybe we're saving him for the playoffs. Because he's giving me that LaShawn McCoy vibe. We signed him. Expectations was there. We got Giovanni Bernard. And I was like, this dude good. This dude, I seen him in college. I seen him in the Cincinnati Bengals. I was like, he's straight. We're not even using him. Third down back. No, Fournette is the third down back now. So it's like, what was the point of Giovanni Bernard? Like, we're not even using him. So yeah. So that's the pecking order. So I just want to see. I don't want to see my guy. Oh, my other guy, Chris the God. Shouts out to you. Try to avoid some of those hits, man. Try to get on the ground. I know you're a tough guy. And you want to get every yard, but sometimes you just gotta take what the defense gives you and get down. Because if you get hurt, that's a blow. Because Antonio Brown's situation is getting juicy, and I'm gonna touch on that real quick. Bruce Arians, paraphrasing, I'm saying, if he messes up one more time, he's on a 1-strike rule. Blah 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 blah. Well, Brucey, AB, I think he's over his limit, right? And he's had 1 too many strikes. The off the field issues with the not paying people. Now with this lie he told. So the question is, moving forward, AB, because he didn't play yesterday, obviously, right? He hasn't played in weeks, and they kept saying it was a heel ankle injury. Sure. Anybody watch WandaVision? Sure. Ankle heel. Okay. Okay. I knew what it was. It was a situation with the card. But this is going to be very interesting to see what the Bucs are going to do with AB. They're in the process of making a decision. But I got a feeling the assistant head coach is going to veto that he's going to veto Brown getting released. I think he's going to be like, no, keep him. And for those of you that don't know who the assistant head coach is or the assistant GM, Tom Terrific, he's going to veto Jason Light and Bruce Arians' decision to cut Antonio Brown. It's my opinion. It can change. Something else can happen, but I just think Tom's going to be like, no. And it's already around the NFL that Tom Brady's kind of running the team. I mean, I hate to say that, but it's kind of true. He's kind of running the team, like not 100%, but there's a big percentage of play calling, players getting signed, stuff like that. Tom has a big input in that. And from a coaching perspective, and from a fan perspective, when you see something like this, you kind of look at the head coach and be like, what you gonna do? I mean, you the one came out and said you don't want him, and then you signed him, and then you say he's on a 1-strike rule, and then he lied, and now everybody looking at you again. Everybody, the fans, other fan bases, the Bucs fans, the media, NFL talking heads, everybody's looking at Bruce Arians like, well, Bruce, you said 1 strike. So if he stays, it's not your decision. It is not. If Antonio Brown stays, that is not a Jason Light, Bruce Arians decision. That is a Tom Brady decision. To me, it just gives the team a black eye I'm not in a position to make any decisions, but it gives a team a black eye when a guy like Antonio Brown with history of off the field issues does something like this, and you keep him on the team. So that it's kind of like it's not about the team anymore. It's about the individual. That was a selfish act, and if he stays on the team, then it's not about the team. It's more about a couple individuals. You're putting individuals over the team. I'm a team guy. Y'all know me. I talk about everything of the team. I talk about special teams, punt return, kick return, punters. I talk about everything. And I'm always going to be this. The team is bigger than the player. Team win games. Wins are not an individual stat. Do not let the media fool you with this quarterback win or loss record stuff. Because if that's the case, then we might as well just go quarterback versus quarterback, right? If that's the case, we might as well go quarterback versus quarterback. So I'm always going to be a team guy. I'm always going to put the team in front of Antonio Brown, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski, because collectively it takes a team effort to get a dub. Because if that's the case, then let's just get rid of special teams and go for 2 every time. All right. Matter of fact, if that's the case, let's just get rid of the secondary, or let's just get rid of the pass rush and the linebackers, and they just play 7-on-7. See what I'm saying? Doesn't make any sense, right? That's not how the game was made. So, so the Bucs gonna have to come to a decision as I close my segment out. Is AB bigger than the team? The integrity, the loyalty, the commitment, the honesty? Is he bigger than that because we need him on the field? Is that more important than ethics? Or do the Bucs put the team and put morals and ethics and loyalty in front of individuals? That's the decision that we're going to see in the next couple of weeks. That if he stays, then we know that we know what it is, right? And if he goes, we also know what it is, right? So that's the biggest thing that everybody got to stay tuned when it comes to Antonio Brown. So I kind of wanted to cut out a little segment for that, to address that real quick, because they're getting asked about it all the time now. Brady sidestepping, Gronkowski sidestepping, Evans sidestepping, all the Bucs players are sidestepping that AB stuff. So the distraction stuff, right? So we got the Buffalo game coming up. We'll talk about that Wednesday. So I am done talking. Oh, the Bucs special teams. Okay. That was okay. Not, I get it. The punt, like I said, the punting and the field goal kicking I'm fine with that. It's the punt return coverage and the kick return coverage. They was fine this game. It wasn't bad. So yeah. So I am done talking. We're going to spend the next 27 minutes. Yes, folks, I'm trying to keep this at an hour, so we got about 30 minutes left, and I'm going to bring some powers and C-bends in the locker room, and let me hear what you guys say about what you guys think about yesterday's game. We're not talking about the Bills. We're not doing that. So what you think about yesterday's game, and you can bring up the AB situation, but remember, we got about 30 minutes left, so be mindful. There might be people behind you. So, all right, the locker room is open. Who's going to be first? It's pretty much always the regulars always first. So we'll get them, out the way. So, but we got about 30 minutes. So be mindful. Don't use all the time up. I'm trying to, I want to get everybody in here as much as I can. So I'm trying to keep this, trying to start this new thing. I'm trying to be more consistent, I guess you can say. So what's going on, man?
What's up, man?
I can't hear you.
Hold on. Can you hear me now?
You can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, let me see. What's going on here? Why we can't hear you, buddy?
Hold on.
Let me see. Trying to see what's going on here. Why we can't hear you? Let me see. Hello.
Yeah. I can hear you.
We're gonna get to it, folks. We're gonna get to it. Stand by. I don't see why we can't hear Big Buck, man. He always got something good to say. I'm looking at my output here. So we got input, output. All right, let me see. Say something now.
Can you hear me now?
I still can't hear you. Well, I can hear my headphones. I don't know why I can't hear you. Hold on, we'll get it right. Say something now. No, I still can't hear you, man. I'm gonna drop out and then come back in. I can't hear you. I mean, the speakers is on. I mean, I don't know why I can't hear you. Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. All right, there we go.
Sorry about that, man. Hey, I was at the game yesterday, man. Got to see it live. Just real quick, man. I've never been a hater of Brady. I just felt like he gets more credit than what he deserves sometimes. But seeing him up close in person yesterday, how he was just scanning and making the quick decisions against the defense, that was just very impressive to see it live. What I saw yesterday, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, it was Atlanta, so it wasn't shocking for them what they did yesterday. I knew Chris Godwin was going to have a big game, but I am concerned that they threw the ball 51 times. That was my only concern. But I don't know if it's injuries or not. The defense, I've been saying it for the last couple of years, 18 months. You can run on the defense, but you got to attack the edges because Shaq Barrett and JPP don't set the edges that well, and Atlanta attacked it pretty well in the first half. I was shocked that they got away from it. That's what was shocking. And then when they got down there and they had that goal line stand, I thought it was going to become a game when they ran 3 straight plays. They fumbled on the second one, I believe, and they tried to throw it, and the defense came up big there. I was happy with that, but I mean, it was just shocking to see that he threw that pick 6 on that screen. I was even shocked they ran that. I would have thought you just would have threw a seam route or just hand the ball off and just let the clock run out. Because Atlanta was getting the ball back at the half and he was giving them momentum. But, everybody that I sat with yesterday, we were all in agreement. The special teams coordinator is not coming back next year. I think you can bet on that. But as far as AB, and I'll end with this, if AB is not ready to come back once the suspension is up, you shut him down, put him on IR. That way, if you release him, that won't come back to bite you if like Green Bay or LA or somebody like they try to pick him up on waivers or sign him.
You hold him, yeah.
So that's what I would do. Maybe you bring him back for the playoffs, possibly the Super Bowl or whatnot. That's how I would handle the AB situation. But I just feel like BA's getting overruled in that situation because you said 1 strike and he's out of here. That's a felony if that's true. If he got a false card, that's a felony. So think about that. Look how the NFL and the Bucs worded the statements that came out when he got suspended. They carefully worded it. So the feds didn't get involved. But other than that, I was just happy for the win and enjoyed the game yesterday. Like I said, I couldn't believe we didn't run the ball yesterday. Sorry about the background noise. My kids running around.
No. That's fine, man. That's fine.
I mean, I still couldn't believe Brady threw it 51 times. I mean, it was working, but I just don't like for him to throw it that much. But like I said, that was amazing to see what Godwin did yesterday, and I'm just like, he's chasing the bag. That's basically what he's doing. We're gonna try to make another run at it, but he's gonna go after the bag, and just on to the next opponent now. So that's my 2 cents, bro.
Appreciate the big buck.
Oh,
Thank
no
you
doubt.
for coming in the locker room with your insight, man. It's always welcome.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah, Big Bucks had some good points there, man. The AB situation, keep them, then shut them down, put them on IR, keep them all the way to the end of the season. Because if you release them, that's a good point he made. If you release them, somebody can pick them up. And somebody in one of the playoff teams, Green Bay, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I got him, like, yeah. So that's like I said, it's a tricky situation. Like if they keep them, you know what it is. If they don't, you know what it is. So it's kind of like it is what you keep them. It benefits the Bucks. It keeps them away from everybody else, and also it benefits us. And if you cut him, you understand why he's cut. I was about to bring on Lee. I saw you in the locker room, Lee. I was about to bring you on, buddy. But yeah, it is what it is, right? Dang if you do, dang if you're not, right? So it just comes down to how do the Bucks look at it? Do you keep him away? I mean, if you're going to cut him, do you hold him? Do you 2 games, right? You got 2 more games, and then you shut him down, which will be the last 3 games, right? 2 more games, and then after that, 3 games left in the season. You put him on IR for 3 weeks, and then boom, 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 and the playoffs hit, then you release him. So. Interesting situation. What the business is, word on the street.
What's going on, man?
Man, the Bucks got the dub, 9-3. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's expected. It's a trash team. We're supposed to win. I mean, but these days, I don't. We should. But like you said, I agree with what you said. We pass way too much. We need to run the ball, man. We need to prepare to run the ball because that's how we did it last year. I'm not just saying we can't duplicate last year, but you still have to run the ball, right? It's 2 high safeties, man. It's the blueprint. They don't want you beating. They don't want us beating us deep with a big play. So we got to run and get them out of it. Run the ball, get them out of it. Use Rojo and Fournette, just whatever it is. Run out of shotgun, just run the ball more. Like that stupid interception. I almost lost my mind, man. All you had to do was just run the ball. I mean, it's 44 seconds left in the half. We're on a 7-yard line. What are we gonna do, man? What are we gonna do?
Tom Brady, man. 2-minute offense, man.
I don't care, man. I don't run the ball and go into halftime. Make your adjustments, stop them on defense, and come score again. Pack up and go home. That's all we got to do. It's making it so hard on us, man. It's just stupid stuff. They're like big. They chasing a bag for Brady. He want MVP. It's the only reason. It only makes sense. It only makes sense. But we supposed to win that game. I mean, what a big deal. Big deal. We supposed to crush them. I mean, it was really uglier than what the score says. I mean, they really only scored. We 7. What I like though is the interior pass rush from Sue and Villa. If Villa start pass rushing, the league is in trouble.
Well, wait. Atlanta's interior offensive line is horrible.
I know, but it's good work.
Yeah. I get that part, but let's just keep that in perspective here.
I know, but it's good work, right? I mean, it's good work. I'm just liking. I like that happened. If they did do it, we'd be concerned, right?
Yeah, I mean, like it's like I said, it's both sides, right? You want to see them do good against bad teams because it builds confidence. It gives them a little juice in them. But you want to see that against better O-lines, and we really haven't seen that.
Right. We want them to dominate. So that rang true. Third down defense is still an issue. I don't understand.
Man,
I don't get it. I think to me one of the best stunts they do, if you get Joe Tryon out there, let them twist with Villa.
Yep.
That crap works every time, but they never go to it. They never use it. It's like, man, that twist stunt works every time.
The TE.
You get JT going at the middle with his speed closing in. Man, it's beautiful. I mean, at least do something. I don't know what they need to do.
You ever thought about this? The NASCAR, our NASCAR package.
Yeah, put
JPP,
Shaq
Shaq Barrett,
on the
Joe
outside,
Tryon,
on the outside, and then you
and
probably put Nelson
number 98.
or put someone else, so another pass rusher in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't done it though. They put Joe Tryon, I guess, because JPP is hurt. But I guess if he wasn't hurt, they would run it with JPP on the inside and Joe Tryon on the outside. And I don't know. And sometimes, and if you're gonna rush 4, sometimes rush 3 and drop on. Sometimes you can do that. The Bowles never does that. I mean, sometimes you can flood the zone, just rush 3, flood the zone.
His blitz packages are so like easy to disguise. Like it's so easy to point out. Like you know exactly who's gonna blitz. You know exactly if first of all, Devin White only blitzes up the middle, which is like why he can't blitz from the outside? Or where is the Levante and Devin White on the outside linebacker, like the pass rush thing on the edge?
We did it to the Packers and killed them. Yeah. And they don't they're not even. It's like they're not doing stuff. They just like they're trying to. It's like pride. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like too prideful now. We're gonna try something else. I'm gonna show my genius. Man, just run what works, man. Get to the quarterback.
Right.
Run the ball. It's like, man, it's too much pride sometimes, man. It just, it's like, man, some of the simple stuff, and the fans can see this stuff, man. Mm-hmm. I'm in my chair. I'm watching the game. I can call stuff out. I can tell when they're gonna run. I can tell when they pass. What kind of blitz they're gonna run. It's like, if I know this stuff, what do you think the NFL, the coaches know, and the players? So it's like, man, it's like they too, man.
We'll find out. In reality, and we'll find out in the playoffs if you're just gonna sit there and think you're just gonna do the same thing over and over again. It's just they're gonna pick you apart.
Unfortunately, the Bills is gonna be a measure stick. It shouldn't be. We don't know what team gonna come to play. Thankfully, we're good at home right now, so that's a plus.
Right.
We will. Well, not lately. We will control the run, but not as. I don't know what's going on, but we typically control the run. It's the passing that got me concerned with the Bills because that's what they do. And then when he runs, so we're gonna have to spy him with Tryon or something.
We'll talk about that Wednesday. We will talk about that Wednesday.
I got off hand, man. My bad.
It's okay. It's okay.
Man, I mean, it's a dub, man. They won like they should have. I mean, they did what they came to do, and it looked good. I mean, it just other than that pick was a violent, and some of those long third down conversions is what it really works for me because we got to get off the field, man. Especially you get them 3rd and 14, you got to get off the field.
Well, I mean, it was. I'll say this. That was not good. Not 9 for 17. That's unacceptable. Like, come on, man. Like,
right, and the defense gave the offense time, and then sometimes the offense come out sluggish, and some of the play calling is like, what are we doing? If you just run the ball, everyone knows we're gonna run the ball on 1st down. Everyone knows. It's like, man, can we just mix it up some? I mean, you can come out shotgun and run it. That's cool. But don't come out with your run formation telegraphing. I mean, sometimes you come out with PA. I get it. But I mean, it just, some of those drives, you think they could be a little bit more creative, more run slants and crossing patterns. We don't never do none of that crap. It just drives me crazy. It's like we got these weapons, but I don't think they're not being utilized. And I don't know. But I mean, we're complaining. We're 9-3, so that's a blessing, I would say.
Well, I'll say that I ended on this right here. The most important things is to take out of this game. We got the dub. We multiple games up on everybody else in our division, so the division is ours. The South is ours. No injuries. We got the dub. We're still in the lead, 3 seeds, so we control our own destiny. So at the end of the day, good win for the Bucs. Good solid win. Can't not everything's gonna be perfect. So
yeah, man. Appreciate it, man. I had my little boy come mess with me, but man, keep doing what you're doing, man. I enjoy it, man. Love it, man. Do what you do, man. Thank you for the reality.
Appreciate it, man.
All right, man.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, folks, nothing's gonna be perfect, but you still got to critique. You still gotta critique. Nothing's gonna be perfect. Because I can sit here and talk about all the good stuff and ignore all the bad things that happen. Like that pick six was unnecessary. That pick six was just like, what was that about, man? Like, I think that was a lesson learned. Don't be surprised if the Bucs get in that situation next week, that we run the ball and get out of there and go to halftime. And I'm telling you, when it happens, I'm like, see, they say, you know what, we're gonna run the ball because trust me, we're gonna be in a situation like that again. About a minute and some change left inside the 20. What you gonna do? Gonna chuck the ball around? More likely, well, you know what? The Bucs are just gonna be the Bucs. They're gonna throw the ball. Because most teams kind of do the same thing. Most teams in that situation, you throw a screen pass. If it pops, you pick up the tempo. So I get what they were trying to do, but the flow of the game didn't call for that. You know what I'm saying? The flow of the game did not call for that play. Because it's all about the game. Is all about the feel of the game. You are in total control of the game. The Falcons are a bad team. You are in total control of that game, and the Bucs just got greedy, because we all know that was no. Because if it would have worked, then we would have been like, yeah, it worked. You know what I'm saying? Da, 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 da. But it didn't work, and then here we go on Monday. What was he thinking? Why did he throw that ball? Just get to the halftime, get inside the locker room. Da, da, da. So we can't have it. We can't have it both ways, folks. I can't have it both ways. If that play would have worked, we wouldn't be talking about it, because we would have got points off that, got a field goal out of it, and would have been, that was smart play calling, right? Oh, that was smart by Brian Leverage. Throw the screen pass and it pops and it popped, But he threw that pick six. The worst thing happened in that situation. The worst thing that you did not want to happen happened. And the backlash and the Bucs groups will tell you this. In the Facebook groups, they went ballistic on that. They were trashing Brady on that. They were destroying Byron Leftwich. But I'm telling you right now, y'all know, if that play would have worked, we would have been up there. Joy, pump, rain, sunshine. It's funny how we work as fans, man. That's why I try to keep things in perspective, not get too emotional, not get too down, not get too extra excited, because you kind of have to. The flow of the game dictates how you're supposed to react. Now, if there's something that you don't like that pick six, I got to keep knocking on it, or that missed field goal, or that extra point, I think it was. You express your feelings about that situation, but you don't let it deter you from the bigger picture. Because even with that pick six, I told y'all this. Even with that pick six, I still believed that the Bucs were in complete control of that game. And then as we've seen in this in the second half, with most bad teams, they fall apart. Coaching, not enough dog on the offensive side, defensive side, especially not. Most bad teams will come out, chest out, flexing. We're gonna put up a scrap. And then in the second half, when you're the more dominant person, or the more dominant entity, or the dominant teams, we've seen this. They fold like a lawn chair. And that's exactly what the Atlanta Falcons did. So we got about 6 minutes left in the locker room. Does anybody else want to come in here and talk about the Falcons game as we wrap this up? So, we still got the locker room is still open, right? Yep. Locker room open? Yeah, it's still open. It's still open. So we got about, we got some time left to get one or two more guys, maybe gals to come on up in here. That's right, gals. Last time you heard somebody say gals. Yeah, I'm Southern. You hear me? All day. Them jits over there wilding too. Okay, we got Bucks Life 954. What's up, man? 954. That's
That Broward County, man. Broward County.
Yeah, I was like,
South Florida, man. What's
yeah, I
going
saw that.
on?
I was like, wait a minute. I was like, 954. That's Florida. I was like, what? I couldn't. I was just. It caught my the area code caught my attention. 954.
What's
What's
going
what you got?
on, cool, man?
Man, what it is, man.
What's going on? Yeah, so I just wanted to say about that game yesterday. Because I know you guys are saying that Tom been throwing a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got to understand, like, I feel like how the game went, you know what I'm saying? Because they just took how the defense played them. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all seen it, but, you know, because Atlanta ran a lot of man coverage. So if they're running a lot of man on us, then, I mean, I can't really fault them for, you know, for just taking like them shots like that, because the game prior to that, how did the Colts play us?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was a lot of, you know, it was a lot of shell defense. So of course we're gonna, you know what I'm saying, because we're gonna pound the ball. We're gonna pound the ball. So I just feel like, I mean, you know what I'm saying, like as far as all the passing, basically we just take what the defense gives us. So I just wanted to point that out. I mean, it was a good win. You know, I just don't like how a lot. I mean, I don't know, but why is Chris Godwin not getting that much love, man? Why is Chris Godwin like on these on ESPN and stuff? Like that's crazy. The man had 15 catches, and all they could talk about is Gronk. Like, that's crazy to me, man.
Look. I told y'all this last year. Remember, I don't know if you watched the movie Temptations with David Ruffin.
Yeah.
I'm David Ruffin. These are the Temptations. That's how the media look at it. That's Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski and the Tampa Bay Bucks. That's how the media looks at it.
Like, and I don't like that, but I mean, you know, because it is what it is. You know, it's because we're 93.
Right.
It is what it is. But yeah, and as far as like that pick six go, y'all gotta understand, like, that's just like the Bucks offense right before the half, because you gotta remember, every team that we face, you know, if they win like that coin toss, they usually, you know, because they will usually defer. Mm-hmm. So but the Bucks, how they think about it right before the half, because we've been doing that all year, right before the half. You know what I'm saying? Because the Bucks want to run like the 2 minute, they're, you know, saying like the 2 minute offense, and they want to just score like the touchdown, like every time. So, me personally, that wasn't a bad play call. That was just more of Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just what the Bucks do. Now I get it. We on the 3-yard line, the 4-yard line, run the ball. Yes, but you gotta understand, if that's what the Bucks do, we can't be mad if that's what they do every day the whole year. They just slipped up this one time, just like how that Hail Mary, you know what I'm saying, like early in the year, right before the halftime. That's just what the Bucks do. They want that 7. They want to end the game. It's part of the no risk and no biscuit. That's where it comes in. That's just what the Bucks do. So I get it. Everybody is like, damn, why did you do that? You know, can't get mad.
I mean, but did you got to think about it too? I mean, it was less than like. I mean, if it was a minute left, I get it.
I get it.
Like, golly, man. Like, come on, man.
I get it. You know,
golly, like, well, that's necessary. That was unnecessary, man. Like, come on.
But didn't we have like 3 timeouts? We had like
two.
We had two timeouts.
Remember, if we was on the 20 or 25-yard line, I get it. But inside, inside the 10, like,
right.
The game flow, you know, like go back to what I said. The flow of the game didn't dictate that. You know what I'm saying? It just it was like that was just like whoa, like you really trying to get greedy.
You're right. And I would like to show love to our O-line, man. Man, we got to show we got to show some love to our O-line, bro. Like, Tom be having these clean pockets. I be watching the game like, look how much time this man have. You know what I'm saying? And you can't say some of the passes he just getting the ball out, because he be holding on to them balls sometimes.
Yeah, he does sometimes. Yeah.
Like, come on. And I be counting like, wow, like that's why I say, you know what? You know what I'm saying? Because I know everybody knows like Gronk, Tom, Lenny, you know. So of course they're gonna get all the love, but I just wanted to show some love to our O-line, because without this O-line, we would not have like scored this much points, be number one in points, be, you know what I'm saying, Tom Brady, like, you know what I'm saying, you got to think about it, like this O-line, because what they're doing is like, you know what I'm saying, because they really, because really Tom's sitting back and thinking, man, if I'm gonna have this O-line for another 2-3 years, what you think Tom gonna do? What you think Tom gonna do? Tom say, you know, I'm not gonna retire yet. You know, it's because he's, and I believe he's the least hit quarterback also this year. So he's not getting hit, he's not getting sacked. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna have an impact in him when, you know, when he goes home in the offseason and he's thinking about whether or not if he should retire or not. You know what I'm saying? Just think about that. Two, I'm hearing that you know what I'm saying, like in the off season, like with Chris Godwin, you know, like I've been hearing the whole summer, because I'm a big Evans guy. I love Chris too, but you know, I'm a big Evans guy. And all off season, you know, I've been hearing that Chris Godwin, you know, he's our real number one. I'm gonna still put a pause on that, because the reason why I say that is because, you know, if you think about it overall, Evans attract the most, you know what I'm saying, you know, it's like the most defensive, you know, as far as like the double teams, the sometimes even triple teams, sometimes, you know, because he got the safety up top, you have a linebacker and a corner on him sometimes. So, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, I'm not ready yet to say that Godwin is the number one as far as reads, maybe, you know, so I give you that, but you know, I mean, overall, it was a great game yesterday. I enjoyed it. You know, even like the pick, I'm not gonna blame that like on Byron. You know, I see a lot of Bucks fans. They've been, you know, they've been going ham on Byron, and you know, so I'm not gonna put that on, you know, because that's just what the Bucks do. You know, but and as far as the run game, you know what I'm saying, like the run game, yes, you know, because I believe we should run it more. But I feel like also you got to remember, because Rojo left the game early too yesterday with an illness. So I feel like that played a part in it too, because he came in a couple of times. You know, so he came in. So I believe if he was, then maybe the Bucks would have probably ran the ball more. They just don't want to pound Lenny all the time. I don't know. That's why Gio came in. You know what I'm saying? Took some heat off, but you know, that didn't really work out, but whatever. So yeah, man, that's all I wanted to point out. Good win, go Bucks. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready for this run, you know, and I feel that, you know, hey man, let's lock up the South. That's step one. Lock up the South.
Step one.
I know we got, you know what I'm saying, like the Packers and Arizona on top of us. Let me tell you something. Even if we don't get the number one and we get the number two, that's still that's still straight. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that's fine.
You know what I'm saying, because at least we get at least one home game in the playoffs. You know, and you know what I'm saying, who knows? You know, so you know.
You want to read that? You want to read that super chat? Appreciate the super chat, Mr. Big Pun. $2 super chat. Hey, look, man. Look, hey, everybody's welcome in the locker room. And from the dark shadows of the realm to live on the sun, on the moon, wherever you at, you can come on in. So yeah, but going back to what you said, man. Yeah, you know, getting the seating is kind of, it's not really about the seating, because we fine. I mean, you know, we got enough weapons. We got enough weapons to make something happen, you know.
We gonna break. And as far as, and I'm gonna say one last thing, Bucko. I know this, you know, it's like I'm time pressed. Because as far as Brown, we not getting rid of Brown. Let's be real. We not getting rid of Brown. Brown is like, let's be real, because BA understands how important he is to our offense. Because let's be real, with him on the field, our offense is better than what it is now. Let's, like, you know what I'm saying? Because with him on the field, it just opened up the lanes for everybody else. You know, so at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, BA, you know what I'm saying, because he sees that, he understands that, and honestly, it won't be the first time he went against his word.
Oh, yeah.
So let's be real. Like, let's be real.
You're right.
Be real. So yeah, man, that's all I want to say. Hey, man, I've been watching you. I tried to get on last time, but I think you're live. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think like your Wi-Fi was acting up. So I was like, damn,
Yeah.
right, you know what I'm saying? And
It's good now. We good now. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I just want to say, man, you know, I like what you've been doing. You know, I've been following you. I've been watching you. You know what I'm saying? And let's go Bucks.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you for joining Bucks Life 954 from Broward County, man. Florida all day, man. All right, folks. There you have it. The last person in the locker room from Broward County, Southern Florida, Miami Hurricane Country. You know, Miami Hurricane Country. Mario Cristobal. They got rid of Manny Diaz. Now they got Mario Cristobal, former Hurricane, you know, person, you know, recruits very well. Should be able to keep everybody in that area to Miami. Put a wall in around that Broward County, Dade County, Everglades area. So there you have it, folks. Another edition. Gators got Billy Napier. He won his Sunbelt Conference Championship. So I'm a Gator fan, so y'all should know that by now. I have no affiliation to any Seminole players or Miami players, so you can't spin the narrative on me. So it won't work. You'll look stupid doing it. So the Bucks are 9-3, folks. We are on our way to the NFC South champions, first time since 2007. 1 or 2 more games, and we sold up, and we good to go. We can sit back, and now we can really start focusing, you know, because after the game next week, y'all see the rest of the season. Panthers twice, Jets, Saints. Easy dubs, right? So the Saints gonna be a funny game too, because I can't wait for that game. We're gonna blow them out. Oh, we're gonna beat the brakes off of the Saints. Woo! We owe you one. I told you we're gonna get you. I told you we're gonna get you, Ain't fans. We're gonna get you. You ain't got no quarterback. Running back been hurt. Taysom Hill, $40 million. Anyway, defense ain't playing well. We're gonna get you. We owe you one. I told you. We're gonna get you. No, I get it. Y'all not healthy. We're not healthy either. I would like to see both teams healthy next year. Go at it next year. Both teams healthy. I can't wait for that, you know. So anyway, shouts out to all the Pirates and Sea Bandits. Thank you for joining another episode of Locker Room Talk, another successful episode of Locker Room Talk. This your boy Isaiah coming to you again. Subscribe, like, comment, share on all new videos, and make sure you hit the notification bell icon to notify you all new videos that's posted on this channel. I'm proud of my Sea Bandits. The time has come. We are on the 4th quarter of the season. Let's buckle our chin straps. Let's stop arguing. Come together as a fan base. We are headed to the playoffs. NFC South champions. Stop with the bickering and get on board. Let's everybody be on the same page, because everybody on this channel, we're on the same page. And we're going to stay like that. So, with that being said, I want y'all to fire those cannons, seize the day, raise the flag. Hashtag, gotta risk it, get the biscuit. We tried. Interception, pick 6. Hashtag, facts or feelings. Hashtag, bombs away. And hashtag, of course, one of my favorites. What you doing, Tom Brady? Pick 6? What you doing? Buckles like out. I'll see y'all Wednesday as we talk about the Buffalo Bills. And make sure you watch the game tonight, because you know we got some stuff to talk about. Let's get it.